What's happening? It's your boy J Anonymous. You feel me? And welcome to another episode of Anonymous Crypto. Now I know it's been a little minute, but I got an update on Pi Coin, right? Let's go ahead and check it out. We are releasing a new roadmap chapter of the white paper today and introducing more details about the mainnet phase. In the next few days, the mainnet will be released and become live, which will initiate an intermediate and closed network period of the mainnet. Tap roadmap to read more in detail. We're also releasing the mainnet checklist for you to view the steps you need to prepare for your transfer to the mainnet. Now, before we get into it, I am not a financial advisor. What does that mean? Do your own due diligence before buying, selling, or holding crypto. Do not make any investment decisions based on the content you see and hear on this channel. All content posted on this channel is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Why? Because the motto here is, if you listen to me, you might end up in the street. You feel me? We don't want that to happen, so please do your due diligence. Now let's get into it. Now, if you guys do not remember, Pi Coin is pretty much one. It's multiple different apps like this, but basically Pi Coin is the one that I choose to rock with, and that is going to be an app where you can mine the actual coin of this ecosystem, which is Pi Coin, for free, right? At least until the mainnet drops, right? Once the mainnet drops, might not be so free anymore, okay? Except for the people who are already there. That's going to be dropping in literally like a couple of days here, guys, okay? So they just released this at December 16th. Let's go ahead and looking through. So it pretty much, I've explained this before. So you guys can come through. You'll see at the top, Pioneer. So that's going to be you when you sign up for the app. Contributor is going to be the people that you've added in to your security circle, which a security circle is basically kind of like a node pretty much for you, so that you can pretty much have everybody locked in, and then all of you guys would pretty much verify when there's transactions and different things, pretty much kind of like how the blockchain works or whatever. And then you have ambassador, and those are going to be the people that you invited into the Pi ecosystem, okay? And so every time they mine, you get a percentage of that, right? And they also have the node feature coming through, which is going to be coming pretty soon, okay? So also we have your checklist right here. As you can see, go and check your checklist. So download Pi browser app, okay? So download the Pi browser app from the iOS or the Google Play Store. There you can create a non-custodial Pi wallet, verify KYC, and access other Pi apps. The Pi browser is essential to complete multiple steps of the mainnet transfer. So basically, that is one app, pretty much a browser app where you can get access to all of the other features of Pi, okay? So you would need to download that first if you are already mining. That way you can start the process to be able to transfer. Number 2, create a Pi wallet. The Pi wallet is where you receive and store your Pi on the Pi blockchain. Find the wallet app in the Pi browser. So as soon as you open the browser, just like any other browser, it'll have multiple apps that are dropped down that you can go and click on. That'll be one of them. Decide how much Pi you want to lock up. Now, this feature, before transferring your mobile balance to the mainnet, you can voluntarily lock up a portion of your transferable balance to mine at a higher rate. So basically, what you're going to be able to do is, if you want to go on there and you want to pretty much lock up, is basically the equivalent of staking. Excuse me. You have the option of locking it up for 2 weeks all the way up to 3 years, right? So they're planning on this being a long-term thing. Now, the mainnet is going to drop a couple of days from now, and then we're going to have it where we're going to go to step 4, which is submit your KYC application, which is coming soon. KYC identity verification is a prerequisite to transfer your mobile balance to the mainnet blockchain. Go to the KYC app in the Pi browser to verify your identity and submit your KYC application. Number 5, you're going to just pretty much wait on those results, okay? That's pretty much self-explanatory. Don't have to go into that. And then number 6, invite your teams to complete KYC to transfer more Pi. Now, they're going to show you, and we can go back and see this, right? We can go back and we can go to mainnet, bam, right? And they have that mainnet feature right there. Your mainnet balance, okay? So the yellow is going to be the unverified balance. So as you can see, that's going to be a decent chunk. That's going to be the coins that you have earned from having other people in your, that you brought on or in your security circle. The percentages that you've earned from them earning, that is unverified until they also complete their KYC, verify their identity, and fully join the mainnet and the Pi ecosystem, okay? So the purple is going to be what you have individually earned yourself from mining. So that you have available to transfer. Okay, then you have the wallet balance, which is coming soon, which will show up after the mainnet is launched, and that will be the purple, the transferable balance that you have right now once it's transferred to your wallet. Okay, then you have the locked up balance, which is going to be your staked balance. Okay, so now if we go to configure lockup rate, you can see these settings will be saved for mainnet. Lock up a portion of your transferable balance to mainnet to boost your mining rate. The lockup configuration can be changed anytime before mainnet and will automatically apply to each mainnet balance transfer. After mainnet launch, you can still update these settings for future lockups. Now you can click here. Let me see what they allow. Yeah, automatically lock up a portion of my Pi when it's transferred to mainnet for mining boost. Bam. So now you have the option of 25% to 50 to 90 to 100, and then pretty soon you're gonna be able to do 200%. Okay, after the mainnet launch. After the mainnet launch, you can lock up as much as twice of the balance. So that means 100% of what you have, plus they will front you another 100%. Okay, that you mined previously and transferred into the mainnet. Okay, the additional lockup allowance for more Pi than individually mined can come from utility-based Pi apps transactions, making Pi from selling goods and services. Okay, now they also give you the option to lock it up for 2 weeks, which, as you can see, the longer you lock it up and the more you lock up, you're gonna get more. So 25% for 2 weeks is only 5.12%. Okay, for 6 months, 25. For a year, 51, and then for 3 years, 102%. Right, but then we go to 50% for 3 years. That's 204% mining rate. Right. If you go to 90% of your Pi, that's 368. 100 is 409, and I would assume that 200 is like 600 to 800 or something like that, whatever that is, right? So that's going to be your options, and then pretty much you would set your rate, and then you're going to click save. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just lock up 50% of mine and pretty much set that for 204% mining rate. Okay, sounds good to me. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think nah, 50% is fine with me. Okay. Lockup settings updated. Okay, cool. Now, how do you preview unverified bonuses? So as you can see who's in your circle, your security circle. You can see estimated transferable balance. It'll show you if they have a high balance, a medium balance, or a low balance. And it'll let you know if they are KYC'd or how close they are to being KYC'd, which you can see on the yellow bars over here. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see, so let me show you guys exactly how you guys would, where is it at? Right here, profile. Okay, profile. And then as you can see, I'm already verified. I have my phone number verified, my Facebook verified, and I have my password verified, okay? As well as my email is right there. If you guys want to join my Pi circle, as you can see, my username is @AnonymousCryptoDude. My invitation code to share is AnonymousCryptoDude. And my referral link, mindpi.com/AnonymousCryptoDude, which you will see in the description of this video at the bottom, okay? Now, let's go and take a look at the roadmap, okay? Now, we're going to just scheme through this real quick. Pi Network is unique in our technological and ecosystem design, as well as the significance of our community input and development. This uniqueness is best served by a thoughtful and iterative approach that allows for community feedback, testing of products, features, and user experience in phases defined by milestones. There are 3 main phases to our deployment, or our development. Number 1 is beta, 2 testnet, and mainnet. Now, if you guys download the Pi app, I'm not going to read it. It's a lot of reading, okay? We don't want this video to be too long, but I'm just going to scheme through it. So phase 1, the beta phase, which dropped in December 2018, okay? Where they publicly launched on the iOS app. And then, of course, later they dropped on the Android app store as well, okay? Pi Day was March 14, 2019, where the original white paper was published, okay? Now let's scheme through there. The following major accomplishments were made during the beta phase. The Pi Network mobile app was listed and accessible through the iOS and Google Play Store. Pi Network grew from 0 to over 3.5 million engaged pioneers. the Pi network or users. The Pi network community actively engaged with the project through the app home screen interactions and chat app. Pi network reached 233 countries and regions around the world. Now, phase 2, the testnet. This phase started on March 14th, 2020. So there's going to be an anniversary date of March 14th, okay? That's going to be a big date for Pi, marking another critical preparation to the transition to a decentralized blockchain, okay? Now, let's scheme through. The Pi testnet has reached over 10,000 fully functional community nodes and over 100,000 daily active nodes on the waiting list. And as explained in a later section, will continue to exist for testing purposes in the mainnet phase, okay? Now, let's scheme through a lot of this, guys. You guys can read through this if you guys are interested. Okay, so the following major accomplishments were made during the testnet phase. Many versions of the node software were released. The Pi platform was released along with key ingredients of our ecosystem infrastructure, wallet, browser, brainstorm, and developer tools. Pilot version of the KYC app was introduced on the Pi browser. The project ran its first ever worldwide online hackathon, which is a contest for hackers, with thousands of participants from within the Pioneer community, okay? Pi network grew to over 30 million engaged pioneers, and from 0 to over 10,000 fully functional community nodes and over 100,000 daily active nodes on the waiting list. Pi network reached almost all countries and regions in the world. Now, we're here at phase 3, mainnet. Now, December 2021, the mainnet of the Pi blockchain will go live in a couple days, they said, and I'll show you that in a second. The migration of Pioneer balances from their phone account to the mainnet starts during this period. KYC authentication of a Pioneer precedes their balance migration to the mainnet. In order to allow for sufficient time for millions of Pioneers to successfully complete, because people don't pay attention, their KYC verification, create utilities in the Pi ecosystem and continue to iterate on our technology and ecosystem design, the mainnet will have 2 periods. Number 1, at first, firewalled mainnet, the enclosed network, and then open mainnet. So right now we're going to have the firewall mainnet drop, which means everybody else is going to be kept out. We're not going to be able to interact with any wallets. You're not going to be able to send the Pi coin to any wallets, any exchanges. It's not going to interact with any exchanges, only in the Pi network at first. So the enclosed network period, which, like I said, I'm not going to read through all of this, is going to be dropping in the next few days, according to Pi. Okay. Advantages of the 2-period approach to mainnet. Millions of pioneers worldwide have time to pass KYC. Building and deploying more Pi apps and allowing more utilities to be created and used, transitioning Pi apps deployed on the testnet to the mainnet, and iterating on any modifications and adjustments to the mainnet in the ecosystem before the open network. Okay, now let's go ahead and get to KYC verification and mainnet balance transfer. Know your customer / client. So basically, you're going to verify your information because they want to make sure you're a real person, and they also want to make sure that you're not doing anything faulty. So they want to make sure that all of your information applies to you, your name, and everything matches up, or they will not verify the coins that you have mined. Okay, which if you are doing that, and I guess that should be fine for you, shouldn't be a problem. So mobile balance, like we already talked about, is going to be the balance that shows in your Pi app. The transferable balance is the balance that has already been mined personally just by you, your account. Okay. And then anything that's verified by the people that's in your account once they pass KYC and verify who they are. And then the mainnet balance, which is the balance that you have migrated and transferred to the Pi mainnet. Okay. Now, all of this, all right, we're not going to go through none of that. But here we are. The open network period. Okay, so this is going to be where Pi is going to be available to now interact with other wallets and exchanges. You can send it to other places. That's when it's going to be officially dropped, and that's going to be dope because that's when everybody now can have access without having to just be a part of the app and Pi coin world and keep up with that. Depending on the maturity of the enclosed network economy and the progress of the KYC, this period may begin on Pi Day, March 14th, 2022. So March 14th is Pi Day, okay? So 2022, anytime between March 14, 2022 and Pi 2 Day, which is June 28, 2022 or later, okay? So there's going to be 2 special days next year for Pi, March 14th and June 28th, 2022. The open network period means that the firewall will be removed, allowing any external connectivity to other networks, wallets, aka exchanges, and all of that. and anyone who wants to connect to the Pi mainnet. API calls will not be firewalled, and pioneers will be able to run their own Pi nodes and API services. Pioneers will have connectivity with other blockchains. Community nodes can also run the mainnet. Now, if we go ahead right here to Twitter real quick, okay? Pi, cryptocurrency for everyday people, fueling the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer economy. Okay, 11.9 thousand followers. I don't believe this is not the main Twitter page, but I like this Twitter page. It does give a lot of good information. Okay, so set sail anytime. Now, as you can see, let me see how there you go. Thank you for participating in the in-app transfer pilot program. It was helpful to see the different kinds of activity that occurred with this ability. The IAT feature will be terminated at main phase, okay? So as all pioneers will be able to do peer-to-peer transfers on the blockchain through their wallet, to prepare for the migration to the mainnet, the IAT feature will have to stop functioning before the mainnet migration. So we will turn off this feature soon. We appreciate your understanding and patience during the period of migration, okay? So as you can see, mainnet is almost here, man. We've been waiting on this, okay? Now, there's been a lot of talks about what the price is going to be like and everything, but we're going to have to wait and see. So closed mainnet will only be available to people in the Pi network to interact and send Pi coin to each other between March 14th to June 28th, sometime within there. We're going to have the open network for Pi, okay, where it's going to be on exchanges, wallets, and all of that other type of stuff, right? It's getting exciting. So make sure you guys verify all of your information. Like I showed you, you just go to the profile and you can see those icons right there where you've seen the green checks. Facebook, verify your Facebook profile, verify your password, and verify your phone number. Of course, your email should already be on there if you set up the Pi Coin app, as well as make sure that your name is typed in correctly, okay, and it matches with all your information. But with all of that being said, like, comment, and subscribe below. Let me know if you're going to go mine some Pi coin though, because it's getting interesting. And I'm just saying, all this year you've been mining it for free. What are you going to lose with it? I mean, other than some time. I mean, literally all you do is just press a button and you don't look at the app anymore until the next day. That's it. That's all you do. Okay, for right now anyway. So with that being said, my name is Jay Anonymous. This is the Anonymous Crypto Channel. We out.